or steal them. Twice he'd ridden into small farm holdings at night, killed the men and taken their horses. He preferred not to do it, as Kothak didn't want to inflame the countryside against them. A westward reached Akkad. Nevertheless, Aramas needed horses for his fighters. Kothak's plan demanded them, so Aramas gathered every mount he could find, at the same time as he trained his men to ride and to fight. Not that most of these rabble would ever become true fighters or horsemen, not in these few weeks. But if they could swing a sword and ride a horse, Aramas asked little more. The rest, those who survived the coming battle, would have plenty of time to improve their fighting skills in Akka. He heard hoofbeats and looked up to see a rider coming toward him, raising a cloud of dust and no doubt stirring up another wave of sand fleas. Aramas stood outside his tent until the outrider galloped up. Aramas! 4 riders are coming in. I think one of them is Heda, the man shouted, as excited as a boy taking his first woman. Get back to your post, you useless piece of crap, Aramas ordered. Of course he's coming. We've been expecting him for 2 days. By then the party appeared, crossing the hilly skyline. 4 men are riding toward the camp. Aramas didn't intend to stand there waiting in the sun, so he went inside his tent. The visitors would want water and care for their horses before they got down to business. Kothak had dispatched his 3rd sub-commander, Heda, the last 2 times as well. Upon arriving, he might want to count all men, the horses, and even the cursed weapons, and, of course, count up all the gold expended. Aramas had to admit that these Egyptians were thorough. Kothak wanted every man well fed, well armed, and trained in how to use a sword, and be able to use it from horseback. Kothak had stressed the point. Not many of his Egyptians could fight from horseback. They preferred to fight on foot. What Kothak demanded from Aramas was a troop of horsemen that could be used to sweep the countryside. Those same mounted fighters would prevent the city's inhabitants from fleeing their new master, at the same time as they gathered up new recruits, willing or unwilling. 2 weeks ago, when Heda came down river the first time, he told Aramas how Esker had split his soldiers and scattered them over the countryside. That made the horsemen Aramas trained even more important, as they might have to engage more than one enemy, and one possibly spread out over the land.